2022 Monroe County 7th and 8th grade spelling bee. My name is Stephen McNeil, I'm the superintendent here at the ISD, and I want to welcome you to the ISD, and I want to introduce some folks before we get started. Before I read this, the list of rules for today's event. Our pronouncer this year is Ms. Barbara Krieger from the Monroe County Library System. We truly appreciate our partnership with the library system and her filling in here and doing such a wonderful job. Ms. Lynn Fleck. Lynn is a literacy coach here at the Monroe County ISD. I think I got that right. Ms. Renee Larzalier. Renee is actually the vice president of the Monroe County ISD School Board, so I appreciate her being here. She sits on the right side during our board meetings, and there's a reason why. So, Ms. Lisa Montreve, she is the assistant superintendent for curriculum instruction here at the ISD. Ms. Betsy Winter, who's an instruction technology specialist. And before we get started, we have to give these kids a wonderful round of applause because these kids are phenomenal. I had a chance to talk to them backstage a little bit here, and picked out a couple of them, trying to get them to loosen up. So we're here to have fun. We're here to celebrate academics, and that's what we're going to do. So what I would ask a couple of things of our parents. I mentioned some things, but one thing I didn't mention is if your child misspells a word and they are out of the competition, if they could just have a seat with you, and if you would stick around to help us celebrate the winner. There's only 17 students in the event this afternoon, so I don't think it's going to take us very long, but if you would stick around to help celebrate the champion, I think that would be appropriate. So without further ado, let me read these rules and we'll get started here, okay? Our words will be pronounced according to Merriam-Webster's Collegiate Dictionary, and it will serve as a final authority for the spelling of words in today's competition. Once a pronouncer has given a contestant a word, the contestant may elect to spell that word with or without having to speak the word back to the judges. After receiving a word, a contestant may request a pronouncer to repronounce the word, to define it, or to use it in a sentence. It is the responsibility of our contestants to make such requests of the pronouncer. Once a contestant starts to spell a word, they may stop and start over, but they may not change the letters or their sequence from those first pronounced. Okay, you guys got that? We talked about it backstage. When there are 11 or more contestants, any questions should be referred to the judges immediately. We have our two judges here. The deadline for making a protest is before the contestant affected would have received their next word had they stayed in the contest. What's going to happen is the rules will change once we cut to the top 10. Once we get to our top 10, which we've got 17 here, so it may not take long, the rules change. So if a student misspells a word, the next student will get that same word. If they spell that word correctly, that first student will be out of the competition. Okay, so if student A misspells a word, we give that word to student B. If they misspell the word, then we'd give it to student C. If student C spells that word correctly, then those first two contestants would be out. All right, until we get to the top two. And then what happens is we will give the word to the spellers. If student A misspells the word, student B would get that same word. If they spell it correctly, then they get another word that they have to spell correctly to be the champion. Does that make sense? Okay. Guys got any questions? Ready to roll? All right. I don't have anything else, so we're going to get started. All right. We will do a practice round. So shake off those nerves there a little bit, okay? All right. All right. Now this is a practice round, okay? So if you misspell it, don't go sit down in the audience, go back to your seat. All right, you ready? All right. From Dundee Middle School, Lily Homrich.
Yolk. Y-O-L-K. The correct spelling is Y-O-K-E.
Okay. From Summerfield Junior High School, Kylie Edwards.
Pluck.
Pluck. P-L-U-C-K. Pluck.
That is correct. From Ida Middle School, Sydney Roderick.
Zoning.
Zoning. Z-O-N-I-N-G.
That is correct. From Mason Middle School, Isabella Curtin.
Taught.
Taught. T-A-U-G-H-T. Taught.
The correct spelling of this word is T-A-U-T.
From Jefferson Middle School, Shylin Dunn Miles.
Grouse.
G-R-O-S-S-E.
The correct spelling of this word is G-R-O-U-S-E.
From New Bedford Academy, Elliot Cresswell. Elliot, would you pull that microphone down just a little bit? There you go. Thank you.
Heights.
Use it in a sentence.
Raphael was afraid to go to the top floor of the building because he feared heights.
Heights. H-E-I-G-H-T-S.
That is correct. From Dundee Middle School, Cheney Vincent. Oh, okay. All right, from New Bedford Academy, Emmanuel Luna.
Abode.
Use it in a sentence, please.
Our home isn't fancy, but it's a comfortable abode.
A-B-B-O-U-D.
The correct spelling of that word is A-B-O-D-E.
Okay. From Bedford Junior High School, Sophia Sass. Make sure you're speaking loudly and clearly, okay?
Poor.
Can you use that in a sentence?
It was time for Amy to pore over the accounting books so she could prepare her income tax return.
Can you repeat that sentence?
It was time for Amy to pore over the accounting books so she could prepare her income tax.
P-O-U-R.
The correct spelling is P-O-R-E.
From St. Mary Parish, Andrew Satilli.
Waft.
Waft. W-A-F-T.
That is correct. From St. Mary Parish, Madeline Moore.
Might.
M-I-G-H-T.
The correct spelling of this word is M-I-T-E.
From Summerfield Junior High School, Caleb Shepard.
Nubby.
Nubby. K-N-U-B-Y. Nubby.
N-U-B-B-Y.
From Bedford Junior High School, Yuki Lin.
Worrying.
W-O-R-R-Y-I-N-G.
That is correct. From Mason Middle School, David Sweeney.
Haste.
Use that in a sentence, please.
Nareesh cleared his desk with great haste as the class bell rang.
Haste. H-A-I-S-T. Haste.
H-A-S-T-E.
From Ida Middle School, Elizabeth Rosas.
Unforgiving.
U-N-F-O-R-G-I-V-I-N-G.
That is correct. From Wagger 7-8, Hannah Kirby.
18.
EIGHTEEN.
That is correct. And also from Wagger 7-8, Austin Schaffner.
Frenzy.
Can you use it in a sentence, please?
The dolphins were in a frenzy as the great white sharks moved closer.
FRENZY.
That is correct. All right, that concludes our practice round. Any questions? All right, we're ready to roll. From Dundee Middle School, Lily Homrich.
Joyfully.
JOYFULLY.
That is correct. From Summerfield Junior High School, Kylie Edwards.
Whetstone.
Can you use that in a sentence, please?
The whetstone came in handy when our tools became dull from overuse.
WEETSTONE. Whetstone.
The correct spelling is WHETSTONE.
From Ida Middle School, Sydney Roderick.
Juggler.
Juggler. JUGGLER.
That is correct. From Mason Middle School, Isabella Puritan.
Undermine.
Undermine. UNDERMINE. Undermine.
That is correct. From Jefferson Middle School, Shailyn Dunn Miles.
Tribune.
TRIBUNE.
That is correct. From New Bedford Academy, Elliot Creswell.
Fragrance.
Fragrance. FRAGRANCE.
That is correct. From New Bedford Academy, Emmanuel Luna.
Rivet.
Say that in a sentence, please.
The car assembly worker's job was to repeatedly insert a rivet into two metal plates.
RIVENT.
That is correct. From Bedford Junior High School, Sophia Sass.
Unkempt.
Can you use that in a sentence?
The lost hiker had a very unkempt appearance when he was finally found in the woods.
Unkempt. UNKEMPT.
That is correct. From St. Mary Parish, Andrew Satilli.
Tome.
Can you use that in a sentence?
Lydia had trouble finding a good place to store the tome because it took up so much space.
TOMB.
TOME.
From St. Mary Parish, Madeline Moore.
Fryer.
Fryer.
That is correct. From Summerfield Junior High School, Caleb Shepard.
Miscue.
Miscue. MISCUE. Miscue.
That is correct. From Bedford Junior High School, Yuki Lin.
Unfettered.
Could you repeat the word?
Unfettered.
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 From Mason Middle School, David Sweeney.
Treble.
Can you repeat that, please?
Treble.
Can I have it in a sentence?
The treble part of the piece was played on a piccolo.
Treble. TREBLE. Treble.
That is correct. From Ida Middle School, Elizabeth Rosas.
Kernel.
Could I hear that in a sentence?
We removed every kernel from the pistachio shells before we served them at our brunch.
KERNEL.
That is correct. From Wagger 7-8, Hannah Kirby.
Microbes.
MICROBES. Microbes.
That is correct. From Wagger 7-8, Austin Schaffner.
Tattoo.
Can you use it in a sentence, please?
My cousin Bonita has a tattoo of a very large bug on her shoulder.
TATTOO. Tattoo.
That is correct. All right, that is the end of the first round. Let's give our spelling contestants a nice round of applause. All right, on to the second round from Dundee Middle School, Lily Homrich.
Straight.
Can you use that in a sentence?
The strait was too narrow for large boats to pass through.
STRAIGHT.
STRAIT.
From Ida Middle School, Sydney Roderick.
Dishonor.
Dishonor. DISHONOR.
That is correct. From Mason Middle School, Isabella Curtin.
Previous.
Previous. PREVIOUS. Previous.
That is correct. From Jefferson Middle School, Shylin Dunn Miles.
Supervisor.
SUPERVISOR.
That is correct. From New Bedford Academy, Elliot Cresswell.
Stellar.
Stellar. STELLAR.
That is correct. From New Bedford Academy, Emmanuel Luna.
Librarian.
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 From Bedford Junior High School, Sophia Sass.
Fiery.
Can you repeat the word?
Fiery.
Can you use it in a sentence?
Because Mary Margaret has a fiery personality, her friends sometimes avoid discussing controversial topics.
Fiery.
That is correct. From St. Mary Parish, Andrew Satilli. He's out. My fault. St. Mary Parish, Madeline Moore.
Heave.
Can you use it in a sentence, please?
Two sailors worked together to heave the anchor overboard.
Heave.
That is correct. From Summerfield Junior High School, Caleb Shepard.
Jargon.
Can I have it in a sentence?
All of the doctor's medical jargon sounded like a foreign language to me.
Jargon. Jargen. Jargon.
Jargon.
We are at our top 10, so let's pause for a second. And we are going to, first of all, give our spellers a hand of applause. And we are going to take a break until 1:30 so that you can use the restroom if you need to, and we'll get you resituated up front here, and we'll resume in 5 minutes. Our top 10, first of all, congratulations for making it to the top 10. Once again, the rules do change a little bit. So our first contestant, we'll pick up where we left off, is David Sweeney. So if Mr. Sweeney were to misspell his first word and Elizabeth Rosas would get that same word and spell it correctly, then Mr. Sweeney would be out of the competition. Okay? So we could lose 1, 2, 3, or however many until we get somebody to spell that word correctly, okay? We talked about that backstage. I think we're all set to go. You guys ready? All right, we'll pick up where we left off from Mason Middle School, David Sweeney.
Mimic.
Can you please repeat, please?
Mimic.
Can I have that in a sentence?
Please don't mimic my voice right now because I have a bad cold and sound terrible.
Mimic. MIMIC. Mimic.
That is correct. From Ida Middle School, Elizabeth Rosas.
Mandible.
Can I hear that in a sentence?
The dentist tried to surgically relocate the boy's irregular mandible.
Mandible.
That is correct. From Wagger 7-8, Hannah Kirby.
Deflect.
Deflect. DEFLECT.
That is correct. Also from Wagger 7-8, Austin Schaffner.
Formative.
Can you use it in a sentence, please?
Ellen decided to stay home to raise her children during their most formative years.
FORMATIVE.
That is correct. From Ida Middle School, Sydney Roderick.
Deft.
Can you use it in a sentence, please?
Jan quickly knits scarves with her deft fingers.
Deft. DEFT.
That is correct. From Mason Middle School, Isabella Curtin.
Forum.
Can you please use it in a sentence?
A forum to discuss the site of the new city jail will be held tomorrow evening.
Can you please repeat the word?
Forum.
Forum. FORUM. Forum.
That is correct. From Jefferson Middle School, Shylin Dunn Miles.
Excess.
Could you repeat that, please?
Excess.
EXCESS.
That is correct. From New Bedford Academy, Elliot Cresswell.
Mischief.
MISCHIEF.
That is correct. From Bedford Junior High School, Sophia Sass.
Winsome.
Can you use that as a sentence, please?
Rosa's winsome smile quickly won over her new coworkers.
Can you repeat the word?
Winsome.
Winsome. WINSOME.
That is correct. From St. Mary Parish, Madeline Moore. Bless you.
Stereos.
Can you use it in a sentence, please?
We sold 2 old stereos at our yard sale.
STEREIOS.
So from Mason Middle School, David Sweeney. David, you will get the same word, okay?
Stereos.
Can I have that in a sentence?
We sold 2 old stereos at our yard sale.
Stereos. Stereos. Stereos.
That is correct. From Ida Middle School, Elizabeth Rosas.
Primate.
Primate.
That is correct. From Wagger 7-8, Hannah Kirby.
Jurist.
Can you use that in a sentence?
The Chief Justice of the U.S. Supreme Court is a preeminent jurist.
Jurist.
That is correct. Also from Wagger, Austin Schaffner.
Tofu.
Can you use that in a sentence, please?
Because Betsy is a vegetarian, she frequently eats dishes that contain tofu.
Tofu. Tofu.
That is correct. From Ida Middle School, Sydney Roderick.
Focal.
Can you use it in a sentence, please?
The focal point of the display was a huge bouquet of fresh roses.
Focal.
That is correct. From Mason Middle School, Isabella Curtin.
Subdue.
Can you please use it in a sentence?
Charles still works to subdue his fear of heights.
Subdue. Subdue. Subdue.
That is correct. From Jefferson Middle School, Shailyn Dunn Miles.
Vexation.
Vexation.
That is correct. From New Bedford Academy, Elliot Cresswell.
Lucrative.
Could you use it in a sentence?
Mr. Hudson's new hotel is a very lucrative venture.
Lucritive. Okay. Sorry, I've never heard that word before.
From Bedford Junior High School, Sophia Sass.
Lucrative.
Can you use that in a sentence?
Mr. Hudson's new hotel is a very lucrative venture.
Lucrative.
That is correct. From Mason Middle School, David Sweeney.
Waiver.
Can you use that in a sentence, please?
The Army granted Harold a waiver from mandatory military service for medical reasons.
Can I have the definition, please?
The act of intentionally relinquishing some right or privilege.
Waiver. Waver. Waiver.
From Ida Middle School, Elizabeth Rosas.
Waiver.
Waiver.
That is correct. From Wagger 7-8, Hannah Kirby.
Megaphone.
Megaphone, megaphone.
That is correct. From Wagger 7-8, Austin Schaffner.
Tenet.
Can you use it in a sentence, please?
Sarah and Dan studied and agreed to each tenet of the church before becoming members.
Can you repeat the word, please?
Tenet.
Tennit.
From Ida Middle School, Sydney Roderick.
Tenet.
Tenet.
That is correct. From Mason Middle School, Isabella Cureton.
Stratus.
Can you please use it in a sentence?
The gray horizon was filled with stratus clouds.
Stratus. STRATUS. Stratus.
That is correct. From Jefferson Middle School, Shylin Dunn Miles.
Dither.
Could you repeat that, please?
Dither.
Dither.
That is correct. From Bedford Junior High School, Sophia Sass.
Dismayed.
Can you repeat that, please?
Dismayed.
Can you use it in a sentence?
The students were dismayed to find the playground was under deep water.
Dismayed. DISMAYED.
That is correct. From Ida Middle School, Elizabeth Rosas.
Furiously.
Could I hear it in a sentence?
The man strode furiously into the police station, demanding an explanation for the parking ticket he'd received.
FURIOUSLY.
That is correct. And from Wagger 7-8, Hannah Kirby.
Elude.
Can you repeat the word, please?
Elude.
Can you use it in a sentence?
The bank robber was able to elude police for just 1 hour.
ILLUDE.
From Ida Middle School, Sydney Roderick.
Elude.
ELUDE.
That is correct. From Mason Middle School, Isabella Cureton.
Sinew.
Can you please repeat the word?
Sinew.
Can you please use it in a sentence?
Every muscle, bone, and sinew hurt after I ran a marathon.
Sinew. SINEW. Sinew.
That is correct. From Jefferson Middle School, Shylin Dunn Miles.
Envelop.
Could you repeat that, please?
Envelop.
ENVEL. EP.
From Bedford Junior High School, Sophia Sass.
Envelop.
Can you repeat the word?
Envelop.
Can you use it in a sentence?
It felt like the heavy fog would envelop our entire city yesterday morning.
ENVELOP.
That is correct. All right. From Ida Middle School, Elizabeth Rosas.
Syllabus.
Could I hear that in a sentence?
Professor Richmond always hands out a syllabus on the first day of class.
SYLLABUS.
That is correct. All right. Let's give them a big hand so I can catch a breath. All right, gang, here we go. From Ida Middle School, Sydney Roderick.
Granulation.
Use it in a sentence, please.
Often, the granulation of sugar occurs in a processing plant.
GRANULATION.
That is correct. From Mason Middle School, Isabella Curtin.
Impinge.
And can you please repeat the word?
Impinge.
Can you please use it in a sentence?
I'd like to ask Mark to fix my broken window, but I don't want to impinge upon his free time.
Impinge. IMPINGE. Impinge.
That is correct. From Bedford Junior High School, Sophia Sass.
Advisable.
Can you repeat the word?
Advisable.
Can you use it in a sentence?
It is advisable for you to contact your aunt before you arrive at her front door.
Advisable. ADVISABLE.
That is correct. From Ida Middle School, Elizabeth Rosas.
Suppliant.
Could I hear that in a sentence?
At the ancient shrine, each suppliant was required to sacrifice a goat.
SUPPLIENT.
From Ida Middle School, Sydney Roderick.
Suppliant.
SUPPL